Hey guys, section of violence. We got an interesting card ahead of us. UFC Vegas. I can't remember what is the name of this card. Vegas 80. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So let's get into it. We got Montana De La Rosa versus JJ Aldrich. JJ Aldrich is, you know, she's an experienced girl. She's just like Montana. They both face most of the girls in the division. Um, It's a close fight, honestly. I started to lean De La Rosa, um, but then I had to think she doesn't fight like she believes in herself, like these other girls do. If you don't fight like you believe in yourself, JJ Aldrich will run over you at some point. Where she doesn't win the first or second, I don't know. I just think this is going to be a JJ Aldrich victory. I took the value on Rosa, but honestly, it feels more like a donation because I don't think she wins this. I think De La Rosa is out of her depth here. She doesn't fight that often, and when she does, it doesn't look the greatest. Um, she's experienced, like I said, so I don't think she'll get subbed. But you never know. JJ Aldrich just got to finish. Maybe she has confidence now in her finishing ability. I don't know. All I know is I think this is a going to be close to start, and then I think JJ Aldrich takes over in the second and third round, getting a 30-27. But yeah, I wouldn't really bet on this fight for sure. I wish I didn't. I wish I passed this fight to be honest. Moving on, we have Nate Maness versus Mateus Mendoca. Now I got really good odds for this. At the current odds, I thought this was at uh it is, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is at flyweight. Why is Guru saying it's at bantamweight? It's not at bantamweight. Um, so that means wait a second. They're both going to flyweight. So Mate, okay, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Um, Interested to see how Mateus looks on the scale if he makes weight. I have a good odds for him, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, I do think Mateo smokes Maness. Maness makes too many mistakes, both on the feet and on the ground. I rate Mendoca's jiu-jitsu. I rate his boxing, his hands. He put it on Bashara, and he thought he won the fight, which was funny. But yeah, Mendoca, he's a beast, man. And I honestly can see him winning this fight easily. Could Maness shock the world? Maybe, but he slept gravely. But I do think Mendoca wins this quite easily. Yeah, but it is interesting that they're at that 125. Maness doesn't do well at 125, but he's fought there, and I don't know has Mendoca fought there at 125? I don't know. Let's see. Um, yeah, bantamweight. I think it's one of his first fights at flyweight. Moving on, we have Kanako Murata versus Vanessa Demopoulos. So Murata, she's okay. She's not bad at all. She trains out of I think no CSA. No, I think that's the gym, the CSA gym. She's okay. She's experienced. She's got decent wrestling, to decent grappling. I'm gonna have to go with her to win this just because she has beat a jiu-jitsu girl before, beat some good girls before. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Murata here. She's just she's experienced. She has some good wins. Where Demopoulos has kind of been skating by against girls I don't rate at all. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just watching my cat. He's doing weird things with his paws. But yeah, Vanessa Demopoulos, I don't rate her at all. She also moved gyms. But I don't know how Factory X is known for game planning, even though the athletes jump guillotines and aren't the greatest. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kanako Murata here by unanimous decision. I'm gonna go Aldrich and Murata by decision. I think those are good spots here. Yeah. Moving on. We have Aoriqileng versus Johnny Munoz Jr. Now, Honestly, I can't stand Munoz Jr., but I will give him this. He does beat the guys who are lower level, and I do see him winning a decision here, as well. A very big possibility, but he's lost to guys like Nate Maness, Tony Gravely, and badly to Daniel Santos. I thought it was going to get finished, but he kept holding guard. Aoriqileng, he is a lot of things. Not great at grappling. Why is that my commercial? But anyways, um, yeah, he's not. He's a bit chinny. Got smoked by Zahavi. But the thing is, Munoz Jr. is he trains at a good gym, fight ready. Munoz Jr. is not offering a lot on the feet. He could KO him, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Um, I think what's gonna happen here is he's gonna Munoz is gonna get scared. He's gonna pull guard. I think Eric Carline is gonna just land shots from on top. I think Eric Carline is gonna put on a beating on Munoz, and he's gonna win by damage. But again, I don't know. This is a closer fight, so I'm just leaning out Eric Carline. I didn't get the greatest closing line value here, but I'm riding it out. I do think he's gonna win, so this should be interesting. We have Chris Gutierrez versus Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson, I have him winning, but it's going to be another close fight. Um, Gutierrez has had better competition. He's been there, seen a lot of good fighters. The difference is Montel Jackson, I believe, is really, really talented. Um, Not that the guys Gutierrez have fought isn't. I mean, who are all the guys he has fought? Yikes. Oh, Edgar past his prime. Like he hasn't really fought anybody. Montel Jackson hasn't fought anybody really either. So I do think this is a perfect time for both men. I do think Montel Jackson beats him though. He's just more confident, more willing to exchange, more technical with his boxing. Um, and unless he gets damaged by calf kicks, I do think he's going to win this fight. Gutierrez will not offensively wrestle, and Jackson has good hips and top pressure, so I do think he should not. He'll be looking to stay on the outside and try to, poke at Jackson and eventually hurt him. But I do think Jackson's gonna win this fight. But I'm not putting it as like one of my locks of the card. I have a gut feeling he's gonna win. Moving on, we have Karolina Kovalkiewicz versus Diana Belbita. Um, yeah, you want my opinion on this? You can join my Discord. We'll talk about it. But I don't, I don't want to get in trouble. So not with you know. I just don't want to get in trouble. I have a different opinion than most, and yeah. But anyways, moving on. We have Alexander Hernandez versus Bill Algeo. We have Bill Algeo here, man. Like Hernandez, man, he's fighting at featherweight. He looked okay against Elkins, was it? Who was it he fought against? Um, Elkins. No, it was Jim Miller. Okay, so not a bad one. The guy's pretty good KO power. That was at lightweight, wasn't it? Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Algeo here. Yeah, he never does well, Hernandez, when he goes down a weight class. And Algeo, I'm gonna go round two Algeo, just for props, man, because I don't know, I just think Algeo round two, round three gets him out of there. Round two seems better. Algeo, he isn't like a pressure fighter, but he has really effective striking, and he puts on a good pace. So I do think he wins this fight either by submission or TKO. But yeah, uh, maybe Hernandez stalks the world and has another really good performance like he did last time. Moving on, we have Ion Cutelaba versus Felipe Lins. I got Cutelaba here. I think Cutelaba is. Mm, I think he. Actually, I don't know. If Cutelaba, rather it's Cutelaba round one or Felipe Lins wins the fight. So I'm gonna live bet probably Lins if he makes it out of round one. But for now, I'm gonna take Cutelaba here because that's probably the smart route. but prediction could change. This is one of the closer fights of the night. I do think Cutelaba should win if it's early, but later it gets pretty hairy. And Linz is a good guy out of ATT, experienced guy, so he's not great, but he's pretty good. So moving on, we have Ricky Glenn versus Drew Dober. Drew Dober, he's a heavy hitter. He loses to Caucasians, beats African Americans. It's just a weird world he lives in. I honestly believe he is decent. His wrestling's okay. His grappling's always been a work in progress. I just don't think he should have a lot of problems here, but you never know. I'm gonna go with Drew Dober here, but Ricky Glenn could easily pick him apart for 3 rounds. I easily can see that happening. I just think Drew Dober, for some reason, gives people respect when he doesn't need to, if he doesn't intimidate. I'm not gonna get into why I think. I honestly, it's funny why I believe he's gonna lose in my heart, but I'm still gonna go with Dober just because of the principle. Ricky Glenn's getting older, and you can't be getting knocked out by Christos Giagos, even though Zelhuber almost did. So I'll give him a little bit of slack there. Yeah, I gotta go with Dover here, but again, I'm not saying this with a bunch of confidence. And negative 400 is ridiculous. I might have to actually sprinkle, so I don't know. Might pass, might sprinkle. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on, Alex Moreno versus Jaqueen Buckley. We have Jaqueen Buckley, and he's dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter for sure. I do think he is gonna come in chucking bombs with Morono. The thing with Morono though is he's very technical. 6 point his jab. Looks a pop shot. He has nice jiu-jitsu, decent wrestling experience. The thing with Buckley though is he's super athletic. Oh, and he has cardio, Morono, but and good coaching. But Buckley, man, he is so athletic, and he can really. I think it's either Buckley KO or man, I'm just gonna go with Buckley, man. I don't see Alex being able to, really put a pace on him. Maybe he does. Buckley's at 170, cutting a lot more weight, so maybe. But I think this is a fight for Buckley. I can't play him at the odds right now, but I honestly do think he wins this by KO. Morono's too chinny, getting knocked out by old man Ponzinibbio. Um, but yeah, really unfortunate. I do think Alex Morono is, you know, a decent fighter, and he should be able to beat someone like Buckley. It's just his chin, man. It's just a liability, and Buckley hits too hard. So I'm gonna go with Buckley here, but I'm not screaming from the hills to put a bunch of money on him. Moving on, we have Joe Pyfer versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. Pyfer. Abdul only beats guys who aren't good. He is, yeah. Like I don't rate him at all. To be honest. His judo's decent, but I think Pyfer is just a new age, really really good fighter, really well rounded. I think he beats Abdul everywhere the fight goes. I'm gonna go with Joe Pyfer here by KO, but yeah, could get interesting. I doubt it, but it could get interesting. This should be an easy Joe Pyfer win. One of my more confident predictions on the card. I don't really want to get too into the why because you don't really need to. It's a pretty easy pick. It's better everywhere, so. Moving on, other than maybe athletic freak African athletics, but moving on, we have Bobby Green versus Grant Dawson. Pretty simple again. Grant Dawson is gonna run through Bobby Green just as far as the grappling goes. It's just not fair on the grappling. I don't know exactly how he's gonna choose either TKO maybe to make himself more known, or he's gonna just get another 30-27, 50 or 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 45. I just think Grant Dawson's grappling's elite. Could Bobby Green hurt him and put him away? Possibly. But I just like Grant Dawson's wrestling and jiu-jitsu too much, and I don't think Bobby Green's gonna be able to deal with it, honestly. So yeah, Grant Dawson, easy win. He's just too good, but Bobby Green might be able to shock the world, maybe. I doubt it at his age, and you know, he's pretty chinny, and I just don't rate Bobby Green anymore, really. The way Ferguson was making him look, I really hope Ferguson doesn't. I mean, I want him to win, but I don't know. I have a bet against him, so it's a weird feeling. I haven't done that bet, but I had to do what I had to do. But yeah, guys, my top 5 picks on the card will have to be Pyfer number 1, number 2, Have to be Dawson, number 3. I'd have to go Mendoca, number 4. Or actually, number 3, Algeo, number 4. Mendoca. And number 5, I'd have to go. Trying to think. It would be a good number 5. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Kanako Murata. Alright, guys. See you next time. Peace.